Hi, good evening. Today, Malaysia see the highest number, 3,309 new cases. So I just hope our government do the right decision now. We have been put under MCO, which means Movement Control Order, which only allows certain quarters to operate business, and tourism is not one of them. Obviously, traveling is not a wise choice now, though it's saddened, but because I'm in the industry, yeah. But for the safety and the health and wealth of the country, any kind of sacrifice is good, as long as we recover fast. So now you will have to watch the news and see what happened to Malaysia, what will our country leaders decide. And I stood by them as long as they are taking care of the people of Malaysia. So let's move on to the book reading. This I can do every day, which I can use more time to spend on learning. Or I just want to announce another thing. I'm going to take my PhD. So I thought about doing a title called Coaching Culture in the Tourism Industry. I might need your help to answer some questionnaires later on, but obviously not so soon because I have a lot of research to do, and also I have to really look properly into the new normal of living in this world. And I hope with my qualifications, I can help more people, including myself. So let's carry on with this book, Ultimate Energy. We are on chapter 8. Chapter 8 is a huge chapter because it encompasses about 20 pages. So some of it is just the recommendation, and I will tell you as I go along if you need them. As usual, my invitation is that you send me an email and I will pick it up and send you the copies of her book. If not, you can always subscribe to her channel, Tracia Woolfrey, which I put into my description. And you can also buy a book from her, support her, because she's a very good writer and very motivating, even for one who is reading it for the first time. Thank you, Tricia. Okay, let's start. Chapter 8 is called Exercise and Nutrition, the Building Blocks of Good Energy. Getting the right exercise and nutrients is an essential part of your energy strategy. In this chapter, we will look at the biological side of energy, from exercise to food intolerance, and on to hydration, breathing, physiology, and nutrition. We live in such a pressured world. With pandemic, it's worse, right? But we can make it better. Yeah, the world is better. With many demands placed upon us from all directions, that it can be all too easy to overlook the importance of exercise and nutrition. Both need thought and planning, but the benefits are enormous. So it is vital to start making this a priority in your life. Our have to have it now culture has really stood in the way of healthy eating. We have fast food outlets everywhere. I live in a small village with a population of around 7,700, and we have 3 Indian takeaways and restaurants, 3 Chinese takeaways, 3 kebab shops, 1 fish and chip shop, and 3 cafes, all within a few minutes walk. It is hard to get anything healthy from any of these outlets, and the temptation to take it easy and let someone else do the cooking is huge. So the pandemic helps a lot, even for my family. We are now cooking most of the time, and we keep to 3 meals. We used to keep to 2 meals, but it's not healthy. After we do a research, my daughter did a research, it's better to take 3 meals a day with moderations, and also looking into the nutrition value. We also have a pizza restaurant and 3 pubs. So home cooking is very easy to avoid. Most of us deliver too. So exercise can be another casualty of our lifestyle, providing a double blow to our energy levels. Exercise and energy. First of all, let's look at how exercise can increase your energy. Often, when we are tired, the last thing we want to do is anything active. Counter in how you pronounce intuitively, I must learn how to pronounce this word. A little exercise or activity can actually energize you. An article published in the Psychological Bulletin 2006 showed that in a study involving 6,800 previously sedentary people, more than 90% of them enjoy more energy and less fatigue as a result of exercise. Not only that, but the results were greater than using a stimulant medication, even in those with chronic illness. So healthy exercise is a vital part of your energy plan. One executive I coached started work early in the morning, took no breaks, worked until late in the evening, and then flopped in front of a TV with little or no energy for his wife and children before dozing off to sleep during his favorite show. He felt he was sleepwalking through his life, a common complaint among her clients. A simple plan of health breaks, a walk in the fresh air and a light lunch out. Instead of coffee breaks, a stimulant that causes energy dips as well as spike. And a sandwich at his desk which makes you feel sluggish. Make all the differences. He was more productive at work, despite the fact that he was spending at least an hour less at his desk, and he had more energy left at the end of the day to spend quality time with his young children. Exercise increases oxygen level in the body, which helps combat fatigue. It also improves muscle tone, which increases endurance. This in turn makes you less susceptible to fatigue. But these aren't the only benefit of exercise. Here are a list of benefits for you to incorporate your exercise daily. Reduce fatigue by increasing oxygen levels in your body. When you exercise, this is what happens. Number 2, increases stamina by improving heart function. Number 3, burns calorie. Number 4, increases metabolism. Number 5, enhance brain function by increasing blood flow to the brain. Number 6, improves general circulation. 7, reduces stress. 8, increases serotonin levels, enhancing mood stability. 9, creates endorphin and feel-good chemical. 10, help you feel empowered. 11, helps to stabilize cholesterol. 12, lower blood pressure. 13, reduces risk of heart disease, diabetic, and cancer. 14, while you are busy exercising, you can't also be participating in non-healthy activities such as eating junk food, smoking, etc. 15, toned bodies look better than flabby one. I have to agree. 16, slow the aging process. This will be wonderful. 17, eliminates toxins through perspiration. 18, support the immune system. 19, can be sociable and fun. She gave 19. I'm sure you can think of more. Of course, too much exercise can have a negative effect too. So it's worth speaking to your doctor before undertaking any serious exercise program. Exercise don't have to be formal. It can simply be in the form of more activity, which can be great fun. Here are some examples. High intensity interval training is informal exercise is I give you the informal exercise which I like. The formal exercise later on you need to know, you send me an email, I will send it to you, but I will just finish the informal exercise, and then I give you a few ideas of what is formal exercise. Formal exercise is something that is quite aggressive, huh? Informal exercise: walking, dancing, gardening, cleaning the house, washing the car, cleaning windows, walking to the shop, taking the stairs instead of the lift, decorating, sex. Wow, sex is informal. Horse riding, relaxing exercise, tai chi, yoga, pilates. Formal exercise like aerobic, jogging, kickboxing, swimming, tennis, squash, stepping, zumba, spinning, skipping. These are just some examples. The options are endless. I have even heard of walking football for those who can't run but enjoy the game and the teamwork. It's good to do different activities so that you don't get bored, and also so that your body benefits from the variety. Do remember to do warm up and cool down so that you prepare your body for exercise and avoid the risk of injury. If in any doubt, you could book yourself a session with a personal trainer who will create an exercise program to suit you. Now I have to do it virtually because we are locked down, means that we cannot go out for exercise. All the gym are closed, all the places for like the football field, I'm not sure whether it's closed or not. Tomorrow I will just go out and take a drive and see what is open, what is closed, what is the SOP for getting myself fit again, because during the lockdown I intend to lose another 5 kg. I stand at 69 kg now, which is still under obesity. Research suggests that taking 10,000 steps a day every day can have a positive impact too. This one I can practice. I have been doing that. So why not invest in a pedometer and set yourself a daily challenge? You could buddy up with someone so that you can keep each other on track and provide the necessary motivation. When you make exercise part of your daily life, you soon see results and you will actually start to look forward to it. Personally, I exercise every day by walking the dog twice, doing 15 minutes of exercise in the morning, 90% of the time, and also going to the gym. I throw in the odd evening doing a bit of syrup, jive dancing, it means. I enjoy yoga too. Sometimes I will do 30 minutes of stepping while I watch a favorite TV program. I can tell you that when I have convinced myself that I really don't have time, I can feel my energy and productivity dropping and my stress rising. I have found it worth getting up a little earlier to make the time. Look for ways of increasing your activity and exercise. If you can do this outdoors, so much the better, because daylight is also energizing even if the sun is hidden behind a few clouds. If you are one of those people who are too busy to exercise, think about how much time you will have on your hands if you succumb to illness. Exercise is an investment in yourself, so be selfish with your exercise time. Put it in the diary and make it appointment with yourself that doesn't get cancelled. Yeah, I guess now there's no reason for me not to exercise. Nutrition and energy. Not only can the wrong food deplete your energy, too many carbs and sugars give a quick energy surge and then an energy slump just as quickly. But not having the right foods in your body can also leave you feeling constantly tired. Your body needs a variety of good foods to keep you healthy and strong. You also need water, oxygen, and light. I've been trying keto. It is a very good energy booster. But being a Malaysian, we have so many choices of food. I stopped. So what I did is I practiced intermittent fasting. So during this lockdown, I am going to do both intermittent fasting and reduce carb. Sugar, I have already reduced. In fact, I have actually cut it off from all my drinks. Like I'm having Americano and a little bit of milk to make it tasty, that's all. no sugary drinks for me. My sugar come from glucose, which is from the fruits. So hope this does help me a lot. So whatever it is, you do whatever is suitable for you, but do it in moderation and then pick it up when you get used to it. Our bodily functions do not happen of their own accord, but through a complex system that require nutrients to help the body perform at its best. Nutrients provide your body with a raw material it needs to perform optimally, both physically and mentally. However, it is very difficult to get the required daily amount for vibrant health from food alone because modern farming methods, storage methods, microwaving, and overcooking deplete the nutrients in your food before we eat it. Added to that, if you have poor digestion, your body will not absorb nutrients as well as it should. Our body needs to be able to absorb the nutrients efficiently so that the benefits of healthy food can be enjoyed. A healthy diet includes lots of alkaline forming food, about 80%, with the remaining 20% from acid forming food. Too much acidity causes not only fatigue but also mineral depletion, and it can also lead to serious illness such as cancer. Stay alkaline as much as possible. I am taking lemon and Chinese tea or quite a lot also. About half your diet should come from vegetables and fruits. Minimize junk food as much as possible. It might give you an immediate energy rush, but in the long term, it robs you of vitality and leads to seesawing energy, which is very unhealthy. Nutrients fall into two main categories: macronutrients and micronutrients. Micronutrients, these include protein, fats, carbohydrates, and fiber. Protein is made up of amino acids and is necessary to build and repair tissues, make enzyme, hormones, and more. The best sources are complete proteins. Those contain all essential amino acids, and they can be found in meat, hemp seed, fish, poultry, eggs, milk products, cheese, soya beans, and quinoa. Complete protein derived from the seed of a grain. Whey protein, chlorella, spirulina, goji berries, and amaranth is also complete proteins. Fats. Some fat is essential for health, but it needs to be the right kind of fat. Essential fats are those that body cannot make itself, but that we need to grow, renew, and be healthy. They are used in the body to help your body absorb some vitamins. They are required for cells, hormone function, brain health, mood, and more. Good sources include olive fish, seeds, nuts, extra virgin olive oil, and chia seed. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates come in two main forms: simple and complex. When you are tired, the body tends to crave simple carbs such as white bread, white rice, biscuit, cake, and sugar. But while this does cause an immediate spike in energy, it is quickly followed by an energy slump. This makes you crave more, and as carbohydrate turns to fat quickly in your body, can cause weight gain as well as your energy dips. Another reason we crave carbohydrate is because it raises serotonin, which improves mood. However, it is not a good long-term solution to low mood. Complex carbohydrates, on the other hand, have a more stabilizing effect and help long-term energy. Good sources include whole wheat bread, brown rice, oat, lentils, and quinoa. We often feel bloated after eating carbohydrates because it binds with 3 molecules of water combined to one protein. One for protein. This is why we appear to lose weight quickly when we remove carbohydrate from our diet, although in fact we're just losing water. It is water retention in the body. A good balance of complex carbohydrates in our diet will make all the difference. Fiber. Fiber is a form of carbohydrate that helps stabilize blood sugar and energy and lower cholesterol. Fiber is essential for keeping you regular. People often feel sluggish if their bowels are sluggish. Good sources of fiber include brown rice, pulses. I don't know what is pulses. I'll find it out. Quinoa, potato skin. Wow, potato skin can eat eh. Next time I just cook the whole thing, wash it and cook it and then just take it down. But this is not in the keto diet. Keto diet don't allow carbo. Not say don't allow. They give 30 gram carbo, about 1 spoonful. Fruits, unless you juice the fruit and remove all the fiber and whole grains. Micronutrients. These are all the vitamins and minerals required by the body which help brain function, the immune system, skin tone and elasticity, hair strength and thickness, and of course your energy. The recommended daily allowance RDA of a nutrient often quoted on food packaging is the absolute minimum required for life. The optimum daily allowance ODA is rarely quoted, but it is what provides therapeutic levels for health and energy. Dr. James F. Blake says that a deficiency of a vitamin or minerals will cause a body part to malfunction and eventually break down. And like dominoes, other body parts will follow. Healthy food is medicine. It's also delicious and doesn't need to take a long time to prepare, just planning. My client find my meal planner useful for this as it also have information on how to get your RDA, how to understand portion sizes, a list of food that supply specific nutrients, and a short guide to glycemic index to help stabilize your blood sugar, as well as some meal ideas. The most important micronutrients for energy are magnesium and iron. So normally you only need 1 palm full of about this palm size of chicken breast, and then you have a bigger portion of vegetable and lots of plain water. Clean plain water is enough for you to last for one meal until you eat the next meal. In order to feel full, what I am encouraging myself to do is to munch my food longer. So it takes longer for it to absorb and tell your brain, okay, enough. Instead of just feed, because when you eat fast, you tend to eat more and you don't feel full. So by the time you feel full, you overeat already. So always have a smaller plate of things and start to to slow down the speed of eating, munch more. Magnesium. Magnesium improves your core energy and is found in many food. However, both because of the way our food is farmed, the levels are not high as they were years ago. So it is more difficult to get your levels your body needs by food alone. You might need it as a part of a good supplement program if you are particularly tired and stressed. Here is a list of magnesium-rich food. I won't give you the list of magnesium-rich food because you can just Google and choose the food or fruit that you like or the vegetable that you like. Iron. Iron is also important for energy because it helps transport blood and oxygen around the body. Here are some iron-rich food. I normally take iron-rich because I also do blood. Donation, so it helps. So eggs is one of them which I love. Lamb I love. Walnut, avocado, salmon, broccoli. Actually, many of these things is available. So you just choose your food. Google for iron, Google for magnesium. Okay? Because the list is way too long for me to tell you. But if you really don't know, send me an email. Then I will give you the list that she have put here. You can pause the video and have a look at what she have for. This one is iron. Okay? And this one is for magnesium. Can you see? Magnesium. Okay? Healthful eating. Health is more than just an absence of symptoms and To facilitate optimal health, diet is more important. She liked to talk about healthful eating rather than healthy eating. By this, she means having a broad range of all the food groups in balance. Too many people are malnourished, perhaps because of overavailability of junk food, I have to agree, and the cultural dependence on fast food and quick fixes. The trend for size zero does not help either. Health and energy require a balanced and comprehensive approach in moderation. How to get your 9 day? How to get your 9 a day? The 5 day, oh, she got even the menu for you. This is marvelous. The 5 a day goal. 5 portions of fruits and vegetable a day is absolute minimum, not a limit. You will need a lot more if you are stressed or have health concern. 9 a day has been recommended as a healthy and still achievable goal. In his book Eating Well for Optimum Nutrients, Andrew Weil recommends the following: a banana with a glass of orange juice with your breakfast, 2 cups of salad and some vegetable juice with your lunch, a cup of broccoli with dinner with some berries and slice of melon for dessert. Remember though that if you want to avoid the sugar hit, real food is better than juice. If you do have juice, make sure you have some protein at the same time to avoid an energy spike and slump. Here is my suggestion for a way to get your 9 a day. Berries in your porridge and apple to follow. This is easy. Fresh vegetable soup for lunch and a side salad. I don't know what is crudites for snack. I have to Google that. Let me just fold this up so that ratatouille with your main meal. Malaysian don't like ratatouille, so I see what I can compensate it for. Fruit salad for dessert. The 80-20 rule, the Pareto rule. I'm a believer in moderation. So as long as you eat healthily, 80% of the time you should be absolutely fine. If you deny yourself any of the less healthy food we call treats, then you will tend to crave them or feel deprived, which will make you crave them even more. Just make sure you fill up your healthy foods. Wheat alternatives. Many people find a huge increase in their energy levels if they cut down on wheat, but it can be tricky as wheat is a subtle food in our society and appears as an ingredient in many processed food. Gluten-free items often have a high glycemic index, which will deplete your energy just as much. Having said that, food outlets are getting really wise to this problem, are starting to offer no bread option in their sandwich selection. Foods including wheat. Okay, it's bulgur wheat. These are the things that we don't eat so much here. I will read what we have: bread, buns, cooked cakes, pasta, scones, pastry, quiche, cereals, baking powder, gravy powder, canned soup, and butter. Wheat alternatives: buckwheat, barley, rye, oat, rice, corn, quinoa, potato, toast, farm, gluten-free flour. Avoid gluten-free. Okay. Spelt flour, I don't know what is that. Wheat-free pasta, soda bread, rice cake we have. Oat cakes we have, corn thins we have. Weaning yourself off coffee. Ayo, my favorite. On one good coffee a day is fine, but if you are relying on it to keep yourself awake, you can anticipate a day of peaks and troughs. It's time to start weaning yourself off. There are a couple of options here. The first is to start reducing the quantity and the strength of coffee until you get down to your 1 a day. Okay, I'm 1 a day, so I'm fine. The second is to choose chicory coffee instead. It has the kick that many people enjoy from conventional coffee, but without the energy slump with some additional health benefits. Chicory coffee is said to be better for your stress level, gentler on the liver, and good for easing constipation. Of course, there are also other hot drink options such as green tea, peppermint, and chamomile tea. So I drink one coffee a day. The coffee is Americano or Gludo or no lunch, lunge. Did I pronounce lunch? Anyway, it's zero sugar, sugar coffee. Weaning yourself off sugar. As already mentioned, we always often crave sugary foods when we are tired because they give us a big energy spike. I never have this kind of problem, you know. I just, even if I have low energy, I never look for. I will use the word never because I never think that is something that can spike my energy. Thank God. But well, different culture, yeah. However, this is soon followed by energy slump which have you craving more sugar. If sugar is your energy enemy, there are two ways of weaning yourself off it. The first involves stabilizing your blood sugar by eating mainly low or medium GI food. The way to stabilize your blood sugar levels and break the vicious spike slump cycle is to eat little and often. 3 healthy meals a day with 2 healthy snacks is optimum. The next thing is to remove from your home all foods that give you the energy spike, the white bread, white pasta, biscuit, and sweets. You will also need to keep alcohol at a minimum. Replace your simple carbohydrates with whole foods which releases their energy slowly and so helps stabilize your blood sugar. Many whole food are low on glycemic index GI, which is a way of measuring how quickly a food enters the bloodstream and raises blood sugar. The low GI foods are best for maintaining our energy at a stable level throughout the day. Here is a list of these, together with a sample of medium GI and high GI food. Low GI food for long-term energy. All pulses, lentils such as lentils, chickpeas, soya beans, baked beans, kidney beans, butters, all sorts of beans and barley. Apples, dry apricot, peaches, plum, cherries, grapefruit, pears, not pears, pears, avocados, courgettes, spinach, pepper, onions, mushroom, leafy green vegetable, leeks, broad beans, green beans, sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli, natural yogurt, milk, nuts. Wow, I can have a lot of food. Medium GI foods for medium term energy: sweet potato, boiled potato, yam, raw carrots, sweet corn, peas. All type of whole wheat pasta, oats, porridge, oatmeal, biscuits, and noodles. Whole grain, whole grain, rye bread, pita, buckwheat. I just bought pita. Bulgur wheat, brown rice. Then the fruits will be grapes, oranges, kiwi fruit, mangoes, beetroot, fresh dates, figs. High GI food for short-term immediate energy: glucose, sugar, honey, pineapple, bananas, raisin, watermelon, or baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, parsnip, cooked carrots, squash, sweet. I don't know what is this although. Wow, the food is very new to me. Wheat crispy breads, cream crackers, white bread, rice cakes, caucus, or cornflakes, bun flakes, instant oat, popcorns, muffin, crumpets, orange juice, or dry fruit. I don't know, maybe because my body is different. If I take oats, I put on weight, so I always avoid any kind of oats. Having said all that, low GI food isn't the full picture. In his book, The Low GL Diet Bible, Patrick Halford explained that some low GI foods have low levels of carbohydrates that their glycemic load have detrimental effect on your energy. At the same time, some manufactured foods sold as low GI have high levels of slow releasing sugars, making them technically low GI but with sufficient quantities of sugar to have a big impact on your energy. it gets complicated, and I'm all for the easy life. So if you stick to natural food in moderate quantities and focus on low GI carbohydrates, you should notice a positive difference quite quickly. The second way to wean yourself off sugar involves altering your taste bud. You may be used to sweet tasting foods, but you can alter your taste bud. This take times. It took me about 2 years to start disliking sweet. So now I don't take sweet things, but it's very rewarding. If you take sugar in a tea or coffee, start to use less and less until you have none at all. Don't replace it with sugar substitute, but they also give you the energy spike and do nothing for altering your taste bud. I have clients who would have 2 sugars in a coffee and now can't stand the thought of it just by using this simple technique. You can use the adjustment very quickly. Here are some more ways to reduce or eliminate the sugar craving. Drink a cup of hot water and lemon before you have anything sweet. Brush your teeth before eating. Avoid low-calorie version of sweet food and drink as they often contain sugar substitute. Dilute fruit juice high in sugar with water so they can taste less sweet. Eat dried fruit which have high concentration of sugar infrequently and in small quantities. Well, I have another motivating factor. My daughter will keep harping at me if I take anything sweet. She said, "Mommy, you think you should take that?" Then I said, "No, I should not." So I normally don't. So she helps me a lot. Thank you, my daughter. Thanks to my daughter. Maybe you should have a buddy that do that too. Your daughter, your hubby, your darling, your mother, whoever is there to help at you. Don't get angry. Just take it graciously because they also saying things for your own benefits. As a bonus, when stabilizing your blood sugar levels, you are likely to lose fat and avoid developing type 2 diabetes as a result of dietary changes that you make. Alcohol is high in sugar, and for this reason alone, it will reduce your energy level. Quite apart from sluggishness, you will feel if you drink too much of it. In excess, whether or not you experience a hangover, alcohol will sap your energy by causing dehydration and an electrolyte imbalance. I know all about this. But luckily also, due to the lockdown, no drinking partner, I don't drink alone, so I don't drink. Alcohol also affects ability to enjoy restorative sleep. This will in turn affect your performance at work and your stress level. If you find yourself drinking as a way of managing stress, refer to chapter 3, 6, and 7, which I already read, and appendix 1. That one I didn't give you. Later, if you want, you ask from me. Ask me to quote on page 170. Drink aware now that it's not a safe level of alcohol consumption, and government guidelines recommend that both men and women drink no more than 14 units a week. That means no more than 675 ml glasses of wine or 6 pints of average strength beer spread evenly across the week. Okay, now there is she gave it's a bit too long and then you wouldn't catch it. I will type it into the description on, because I feel that this one is something I should do for everyone, including myself. Healthful eating tips. I will type it into the description, because there are how many? 15 of it. So no point reading it and then you don't see it. Take supplement. If you want to make doubly sure that your nutrients is optimal, to take good supplement. As a base level, the following is recommended. A very good food state multivitamins and mineral, essential fatty acids. Krill oil is excellent. You can take coconut oil or olive oil. An antioxidant to protect you from free radicals. Other supplements that might work particularly well for your energy will depend on your individual health profile, which is true. You have to check it out. You will need to see a qualified nutritionist to have a full consultation to find out what would be right for you. The above is a very good start. Do bear in mind that all supplements are not created equal. The cheaper high street version tend to be high on filters and synthetic, making them difficult for your body to absorb. In addition, they tend to be of quite low potency. Food state supplements are stronger and can therefore have a bigger impact. Nutrients that are particularly helpful for energy will vary depending on your individual situation. I was told that it's good to buy supplement that is time released, but I'm not sure whether it's applicable for all type of supplements or is only certain type. Actually, nutrients is a very big topic, and I'm still very unsure about it. If you are a nutritionist, feel free to share with us. We will appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Check for food intolerance. Sometimes the kind of food you eat can affect your energy. If you are intolerant to a particular food, it can create all kinds of problems, from bloating to poor concentration, loss of motivation, skin problem, panic, and fatigue. Yeah, for carbohydrate, my friend have stomach bloating, so she reduce her carbo. She go on less carbo, and she managed to overcome this. Then my daughter have intolerance to lactose. If she take milk produce, she will have breakout pimples on her face. It's like volcano. So now that we know, she I would say totally stop taking lactose like milk or cheese. There is much confusion about food intolerance because they can cause a wide variety of symptoms. As well as fatigue, a food intolerance may cause IBS, bloating, indigestion, water retention, difficulty losing weight, lack of concentration, poor memory, poor motivation, lack of clarity, depression, flatulence, bleaching, running nose, and the list goes on. There's quite a list, and of course, there can be many causes for these symptoms. Intolerance are quite often confused with food allergies, but they are completely different. An allergy is a problem with your immune system, and the reaction is immediate, severe, and life-threatening. Common symptoms including hives, swollen tongue, swollen lips, and fainting. Even a trace amount can be a fact if you are allergic. Common allergens are shellfish, eggs, milks, and peanuts. A food intolerance, more accurately called a food sensitivity, is a problem with your digestive system. Many people come to me for a food intolerance test as part of my nutritional offering, but I don't like doing them in isolation because there are only a symptom of something else. Yeah, the combination of food also can cause you intolerance. So like we Malaysian like durians. Durians and alcohol cannot go together. So it's like the chemical reaction will cause some people to have stroke, or maybe they already have stroke, but we avoid it. Generally, culturally, we avoid it. So it's a standing order that everybody knows. When you take durians, you don't take alcohol. Eliminating food to which you are intolerant can reduce symptoms, but you don't want to do this for life. It is far better to deal with the cause so your body can tolerate all the food in moderation. People are often surprised to learn that they are not intolerant to a particular food that it seems to react to. This is usually because they are not so much intolerant to the food as they are overdosing on it. Yeah, you bing on it. Wheat, a common offender, may show up as okay on the test, but because the person is eating it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as in different form, maybe toast, sandwich, and pizza, as well as in snacks like biscuit and cakes, the body is reacting. The body can't cope with this amount. Simply reducing their wheat intake to once a day or less could make all the differences. Wheat is known to bloat the body too, so eliminating it can reduce your waistline quite quickly. Sometimes the problem is toxic load, having too much unhealthy food at the same time. For example, you might show up as tolerant of wheat, dairy, and sugar, so you feel confident to eat this food. However, if you go out for dinner and have bread while you order pate and toast for the starter, pasta carbonara for your main course, cheese and cream as well as wheat, ice cream for dessert, sugar, cream and fat, and wash this down with wine, sugar and yeast, your body may just not cope with the onslaught. Wow, I just noticed that. Actually, today I was just thinking I should have a list of food I'm eating every day so that I know where I have overdosed. Good point. What do you think? You feel ill not because of food intolerance, but from the toxic overload. This is why it's so important to make sure all your meals contain a good variety of healthy food. Balance is the key. While wheat and gluten are common culprits, you can be intolerant to anything, but rarely permanently because your body is changing all the time. Keep a food diary to record what you're eating so that when you feel low in energy, you can identify any possible causes. Good idea. A simple food intolerance test, I'll give you the link, can quickly identify your food intolerance so that you can eliminate them and replace them with something that will benefit your body. In removing any food from your diet, it is important to replace it with something else for the same food group so that you are not missing out on any vital nutrients. Stay hydrated. We are made up of approximately 70% water. This is essential for digestion, brain function, energy absorption of nutrients, circulation, and eliminations of waste. Dr. F. Batman Heldich, author of Your Body Many Cries for Water, even credits this excellence for completely reversing chronic fatigue syndrome. A good 80% of people I work with are dehydrated. These show up when I do a bioenergetic screening. This is either because they do not drink enough water, the obvious cause, or because they are drinking too much tea, coffee, or alcohol, which act as diuretic. Sometimes it is because their cells are not allowing the body to absorb the water, which is more complicated problem. It is vitally important not just for your energy but for your general health and well-being to drink about 2 liters of water daily, not all in one go but spread throughout the day. It's important not to wait until you are thirsty before thirst is a sign that you're already dehydrated. If you drink tea, coffee and alcohol, you need to drink even more water to counteract their diuretic effect. In hot weather or during exercise, you will also need to replace the water lost through perspiration. If you suffer from brain fog or fatigue, hydration can all make all the difference. Breathe deeply. It goes without saying that without breathing, you have a much bigger problem than low energy. Most people breathing is very shallow, which means that their brain is not getting the oxygen it needs to function well, and their energy will be compromised. To keep yourself energized throughout the day, simply make sure that you are breathing deeply into your lungs, holding the breath for a moment and then letting it go slowly. Slow, deep breaths are what you need. So that's your chest and abdomen movement with the breath. As well as revitalizing you, deep breathing detox the body, increases relaxation, improves sleep, balance acidity and alkaline in your body. So when you exercise, when you walk, take good uh, breath, fresh air in, then after that exhale fully from the tummy, straight from the nose into your tummy. Hold it for 3 seconds and then release it all the way out. So always use your stomach to breathe. Okay, that is the best way you can get your whole system to catch oxygen. And talking about drinking water, we used to gulp it down. I also used to do it. I'm still doing it. So whenever I drink water, I must prompt myself, uh, put it in your mouth, you keep it for maybe 10 seconds, and then you slowly sip it down. Because the thing is, when I gulp down a glass of water, I go to the toilet faster than needed because the water doesn't go through the system. So these are the things that I am rectifying with my lifestyle. Although largely an unconscious activity, by applying conscious thought to the quality of breathing, you can improve your health physically and emotionally, as well as increasing your energy. So she just give breathing energizer. Sometimes it's useful to do a specific breathing and exercise. Breathe in and out quickly and sharply 10 minutes. Hold your breath for a count of 10. Now breathe in deeply, hold for a count of 10 and breathe out slowly. What she didn't mention is you should draw the air straight into your tummy and use your tummy to push the air out. I feel that is very useful for me. Watch your posture and body language. Sometimes simply the way you hold yourself can deplete your energy. If you are slumped at the shoulder with your head bowed, it is practically impossible to feel energized or even positive. This is what happened to the Chinese call 低头族, because we are all looking at the handphone. So we keep nearly 10 kg of weights down. So people are having this pain. So what I do now is I normally do wash my handphone right in front, like I'm taking a book, and or I read it from my computer. Even WhatsApp I can do that. Sometimes simply the way you hold yourself can deplete your energy. If you are slumped at the shoulders with your head bowed, it is particularly impossible to feel energized or even positive. People without confidence are normally this kind of people. You just watch people around you. People without confidence, they normally have this kind of posture. Encourage them to lift their head up, and it might boost them into a person with more confidence. Do the little that you can. A physical slump goes hand in hand with an energy slump. By contrast, if you stand tall, shoulders back, neck nice and long with your head up, eyes looking straight ahead and tummy tucked in, you should feel an increase in your energy immediately. Try smiling too, and notice a subtle shift in the quality of energy you now enjoy. We are all a little different, so experiment with changing the way you sit, stand, and move around until you get it just right for you. Yes, that's the end of this chapter, nearly 1 hour. It's not my core in nutrients and health, but what she say is making a lot of sense, and I will pick a few things that I will put into the description, because I find that it's very useful for you to read them. So, but if you can, just buy her book. It doesn't cost much. The time I bought it, it was for Malaysian ringgit 55.90. So it's about $40 is 10 USD. So you're talking about 13 USD. Maybe she can offer you cheaper or special discount on her ebook. Go and search her out, because her website is in the description. Until I speak to you again, for all Malaysians, stay safe, keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, do the 3 C's, okay, do the 3W, wear your mask, wash your hand, and also what was the last C? Wear, wash, and well, anyway, I cannot remember, but I'm doing it. So it has become a habit that I forgot what is the word. Please excuse me, but I will still put in the description what is the 3W and 3C's all about, because it's something that I do whenever I step out of the house. I just cannot recall the word, that's all. So I need the energy, so I must exercise, I must do the nutrients part of it properly. So the next time I go and read to you, I will be more efficient. Please forgive me if I say anything wrong. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.